Hola, me llamo Brittany.
And I'm Ruby.
Voy a enseñar a Ruby lo que aprendí este semestre y otras cosas en español. Okay, so this is stuff you use like on a daily basis. So hi is hola.
Hola.
Okay, and then you could say adios, which is bye.
Adios.
Alright, and then since we do work at a phone company, how can I help you would be ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
Okay. The stuff that I learned this semester, which was pretty interesting, even though Spanish was my first language, I found it very interesting. So with the Spanish, it has to do a lot with your, like the sound, the vowels, and like your vocals, basically. So one of the stuff that we learned is the linguistic concepts that we are going to talk about is a pronouncement of the sound occlusives, which is B, D, C. But let me remind you that an occlusive is considered by the total closure of the buccal activity. Also remember that deaf sounds do not cause vibration in the throat. For example, if we teach the throat in saying B, D, and G, we feel vibration and we notice that sound deaf. If we make sound P, T, K, we notice that there is no vibration on our death. We are going to talk about biblical, dental, and the beginning with. You will compare the pronunciation of B, D, and G. Let's get started. Okay, so these are some examples we went with. Okay, so we are going to start with which is these are 3 Spanish words that we came up with that are pretty easy, but have a lot to do with like pronunciation and sound. So one of the examples is barco,
Barco.
and then it's a biblical word, and then derecha,
Derecha.
derecha,
Derecha.
okay, and then it's a dental word, and then we have golope,
Golope.
golope,
Golope.
and then so we're gonna that's the of course the Spanish pronunciation. So in English, barco is boat, derecha is right, and then golpe is well, like someone hits you like on your like there's something fell on your head or like you hit yourself. So and the words we just practiced are examples of exclusives sonoras with the sounds of B, D, and G's. So in Spanish the words are be, de, and de. Okay, and then so barco, which is boat. So B is the beginning of the word. It is easy to assassinate the B by making a full fold with the lips. But in Spanish, we do a full closing of the lips without holding onto the sound for too long. So the part of the mouth that we're using is 1 second. Okay. So the part of the mouth we're using is kind of like from here to here to make the sounds of barco. Okay. Oh. 1 second. Okay. Audible. Audible.
Árbolo.
Audible.
Árbolo.
Okay. And audible is tree. The B in this word is the middle and does not have full closing of the lips. Instead, the B drags into the O of audible like this. And then
Árbolo.
audible.
Árbolo.
So which is tree. And then derecha.
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 Okay. And D is the beginning of the word in Spanish. D is what we call dental because we use our teeth to create the sound of the D. In English, however, we also use our teeth, but rather behind them, pressing our tongues onto our gums to create the sound D. Let's try it. Derecha?
Derecha.
Right. So you know how derecha, you hear more of the pronunciation of the D,
Yeah.
and then right, in English, you hear more of the pronunciation of T. Okay. Galope.
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 Okay. Which it could mean, I mean, a lot of, normally in Spanish, one word can mean a lot of things. So, galope could either mean, blow or, hit. So, G is the beginning of the sound. In Spanish, the G is known as having a velar sound, meaning the tongue touches the soft palate of the mouth, making the G sound. The G in the galope, notice how it is not as harsh and associated as the word gone. Instead, on making a tighter circle with the lips and gone. In Spanish, notice how it's a softer form of G, but now in Spanish. And okay. So how did you think you did?
Good.
Okay. Well, I think what I could have done better is coming up with better words that have more of a stronger sound and more of the vocals to get a better understanding of how the sound and vocals are in Spanish, because you do have to use a lot more of your tongue and vocals for pronunciation, so it can sound much clearer and louder, like the one barco. I mean, that one you really have to use your vocals. I could have maybe taught her the words 3 or 5 times so we can both get a better sound on it. But do you understand how words from English and Spanish have a different sound?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And how I feel with the Spanish you have to
pronounce it more.
You have to pronounce it more and use a lot more of your vocals and your tongue to use a Spanish word.
I feel like in Spanish you can hear every letter in the word.
Yeah.
Like
derecha.
Derecha.
Derecha. Yeah.
I'm
You
sorry.
hear you hear every single pronunciation of the
Derecha.
letters, and then in English
you hear
it's right. So you only hear one sound of the vocals, which is T.
Yeah.
So, what did you feel like you learned today?
Just that I heard every letter, and you have to really get them on the pronunciation on point to be able to pronounce it correctly.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you for being my guinea pig, and I hope you all enjoy this video. Adios.
Bye.